Okay, to form the numbers 20 through 99, what we have to do is we have to know how to make numbers multiples of 10, because we're dealing with numbers like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Here's how you do it in Hebrew. For the numbers 30 through 90, you express these by taking the singular number like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, those are singular numbers, and you make them plural. You change their form to an eem ending, a masculine plural ending. And that turns the number into a multiple of 10. You multiply it times 10. So if you take a number like shalosh, shalosh is 3, and you make it shaloshim, then it doesn't mean threes, it means 30. 30, okay? Arba, 4. Arba'im means 40, 4 times 10. Chamesh, 5. Chamishim, make it plural, 50. So the only difference here is that the number 20 is not the number 2 made plural, because the number 2 is already not singular, isn't it? The number 2 is dual. So I can't just pluralize it to make 20. So what do? I take the number 10, eser, and I make it plural, and it becomes esrim. Okay, so esrim is 20. So say these with me. Esrim, 20. Shiloshim, 30. Arba'im, 40. Chamishim, 50. Shishim, 60. Shiv'im, 70 from Sheva. Shimoneh becomes Shimonim for 80. And Tesha becomes Tish'im for 90. Okay? So that's how we make these numbers. Now let me go back up to the top of the page. And let's look at these 3 sets of numbers. All right, let's look at the first one. We have Shishim Shana. Shishim Shana. What does Shana mean? Year. Very good. So that's year. And Shishim is the number Shesh made plural. So what's Shesh? Shesh is 6. And so Shishim is 60. Okay, so that's 60 year. Or 60 years. Now look at the next one. I have Echad Ushaloshim. Echad Ushaloshim. This is what number? Echad? It's 1. Good. And Shaloshim is the plural of shalosh. That's 30. So this is 1 and 30. What's that? That's 31. Excellent. And how many? What am I numbering? Ish. 31 man, which means 31 men. See how that works? So I can say 1 and 30, or I could even say 30 and 1. All right? Look over here. Shiv'im v'shalosh isha. What is shiv'im? This is the plural of sheva. Sheva is 7, so shiv'im, 70. And shalosh, 3. That's just the singular form. So that's 70 and 3. What does that make? 73. 73 what? Isha, women. Okay? It is singular, but you can see that. So you see how that works? Now, just to remind ourselves, in the number 73, is the 3, the units place, is that between 3 and 10? Yes. Does that agree or disagree with the gender of the noun? 3 is a disagreement number. So notice shalosh is the masculine singular form, isn't it? And isha is what gender? Feminine. Okay? Take a look over here at 31. The units place as the number 1. Is 1 an agreement or a disagreement number with gender? Number has agreement. So echad is masculine singular because ish is masculine singular. You see? Isn't that pretty? All right. Now if you look at shishim shana, shana is feminine singular. The number 60, though, is always masculine plural. It never changes gender. Okay, so when I pluralize my units number to get multiples of 10, it's always masculine plural. So I don't ever change that. Okay. Now let's take a look at large numbers. Large numbers are fun. Okay? Large numbers are also nouns, just like the other cardinal numbers besides the number 1. And they will have distinct singular, dual, and plural forms. We don't find the number 10,000 very frequently. So the number 100 is me'ah. Look at the ending of me'ah. What gender do you think me'ah is? It's feminine. Good. Is it feminine plural or feminine singular? That's right. Good. So the word 100 is actually a feminine singular noun. You could call it a unit of 100. Okay? A unit of 100. The feminine singular construct, the ah becomes at, so ma'at. And you see the vowel reduction in the mem, under the mem. Okay? Now, what if I want to say 200? What do? Well, I take the number 100 and I make it dual. In other words, I don't put the number 2 in front of it. I just add a dual ending. So if me'ah means set of 100, matayim means 2 sets of 100. Okay? Because a dual of anything is a set or a pair of them. Yad, one hand, yadayim, a pair of hands, right? Me'ah is a set of 100, and matayim is a set, is 2 sets of 100, or a pair of 100 sets. Okay? So that's the dual form, matayim. Matayim. You see this tav here has been added because the mater can't add an ending to it. So it becomes matayim, dual. What's the plural of 100? Oh, me'ah becomes me'ot, right? Feminine singular, ot, feminine plural. And the construct is ma'ot with the vowel reduction. So those are the forms of hundreds. 1,000 is the noun aleph. And actually, there should be an accent mark here. It's on the aleph. 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 Everybody say that with me. Aleph. Okay. And in the construct, this is a singular noun. Singular nouns do not change in the construct when they're singular. Look at the way to say 2,000. I just take the word aleph, which means 1,000, and I make it what? I make it dual. Al-payim. Al-payim. And then if I want to talk about more than 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, it's alafim. Alafim. And if I want to make it construct, it's al-pay. The word for 10,000 is rivava. Everybody say that, rivava. Or ribo. Or the aleph could be missing, or ribo. Okay, so that's 10,000. And if I want to say 20,000, it's ribotayim. Ribotayim, right? A double of 10,000 is 20,000. And the plural of 10,000, so 10,000s is riboot. Riboot. Or the aleph could be quiescent and missing, and it would be ribot. Okay, great. Well, yeah, for 10,000, yes. So aleph is masculine singular. Okay, me'ah is feminine singular. That's why the plural form of 1,000 is im, right? Because me'ah is feminine singular. When it's 100, the plural form is ot. It's feminine plural. All right. Now, let's just take a look at these examples real quickly here. So I have chamesh me'ot. What does chamesh mean? 5. Me'ah becomes me'ot here. This means hundreds. Okay? So what is this telling me? I have 5 sets of 100. Okay? 5 sets of 100. Now, what gender is the word 100? It's feminine. See the ot ending. So which form of 5 do I have to use if I have 5 of those? I have to use the masculine singular form. See how that works? 5 sets of female hundreds. Okay? On the other hand, alafim is thousands, right? And chameshet is also 5, but this is masculine plural. So which form of 5 do I have to use? Got to use the feminine singular form. In this example, I'm using the construct. Okay? Chameshet. Alafim. So this is 5,000. This one is 500. You guys all see that? That's a good question. You know, let's get to that later. Down on the next page, let's take a look at a couple of the other examples here. So next we have Matayim Ushalosha Asar. Matayim Ushalosha Asar. What are we looking at here? Well, this is the noun me'ah, which is the number for 100, but notice I have the ayim ending, matayim. Me'ah becomes ma'at, and then I add the ayim, matayim. So this is a set of two 100 units, that is to say 200. And then I have ushalosha, which is the number 3. That u is of course plus, so 203. And then I have asar, which is a form of 10. And so what I end up being left with is 200 and 310, which is 13. So this is the number 213. The next one is Chamesh Me'ot Ushalosha. Chamesh Me'ot Ushalosha. So Chamesh, what do I have here? Well, this is the unit 5, Chamesh. Me'ot, that is 100, Me'ah, but in the plural. So it's 5 sets of 100. So 5 sets of 100, or 5 100 units worth of stuff. And notice that me'ot is feminine plural. It's feminine, and I have 5 of them. 5 is between 3 and 10, so 5 follows the gender disagreement rule. So I'm using the masculine singular form of 5 here. So 5 sets of 100, 5 100 sets. And then I have ushalosha, which is the number 3. So what is this? This is clearly 500 plus 3. So 503 is my number. The next example we have is Aleph. Shalosh me'ot ushalosha. Aleph is 1,000. And then I have Shalosh, which is 3. Notice that I have the reduced vowel form from Shalosh to Shilosh. So this is a construct form. It's 3 of me'ot. Again, the feminine plural form of me'ah. So 3 of 100s. So that is going to equal 300, of course. 1,000, 300. Ushalosha, 3. So this becomes 1,303. On the next one, I have Chameshet, which is a form of 5, a unit number for 5. Alafim is the number 1,000 in the masculine plural. So we're actually dealing with sets of 1,000. So I'm going to put an S there for thousands. How many thousands? Well, clearly 5 thousands. Notice alafim is masculine. The number 5 is between 3 and 10, so it's a gender disagreement noun. So I got to use the feminine singular form, and here it's in the construct as well. Chamisha becomes chameshet in the feminine singular construct. So 5 sets of 1,000. Umatayim, there's my ayim ending, which is dual. So this is 100 as a set of 2, so that's 200. V'shisha, that is the number 6. So this is 206. This is 5,000. So we've got 5,206 for our number here. The next one is Ma'at Aleph. Ma'at Aleph. The number Ma'at is 100. This is feminine singular construct here. And Aleph is the number 1,000. So what am I dealing with here? I'm dealing with 100 sets of 1,000. What is 100 sets of 1,000? It's 100,000. And then finally, I have Shalosh Me'ot V'Chameshet Aleph. Now on this last one, we have several numbers that are part of this figure. First we have shalosh. Shalosh is the number 3. Me'ot is the number 100 in the plural. So I'm going to put an S here just to indicate that this is a plural form of 100. Hundreds. So 3 hundreds, 3 sets of 100, which is 300. V'chameshet. I accidentally put a vocal shava here, but I need a pathak because I can't have a vocal shava next to a compound shava. So anyhow, it's v'chameshet. This is the number 5. So I have 3 sets of 105, which is 305. And this is 305 of what? It's 305 sets of 1,000. 305 sets of 1,000. Now, let's look at the number 305 here for a minute. 5 is my units place, 305 of something, and 5 is a gender disagreement number. Remember, 1 through 2 is we have gender agreement, 3 through 10, gender disagreement, this is disagreement. So Elif is masculine singular, and so the form of 5 in 305 has to be feminine singular, chameshet. There's the ta for the feminine singular. So altogether, this is 305 sets of 1,000, or 305,000. Now, the last thing we want to deal with in this lesson are the ordinal numbers. And unfortunately, Ross puts the ordinal numbers right smack in the middle of his discussion of the cardinal numbers. I would have saved them for the end, and so I do for my handout. Okay? But if you want to know where these are in Ross, the ordinal numbers in Ross are in Ross 25.2. Okay? Now, the ordinal numbers are adjectives. Okay? These are attributive adjectives. And that means they are going to follow all the rules of attributive adjectives. They have to match the gender, number, and definiteness of the noun that they're modifying, and they have to go after the noun that they modify. Let's take a look at the forms of the ordinal numbers. Remember, ordinals are giving us the position of or the order within the series. So the word for first is rishon, rishon, masculine, and we also have feminine forms. Remember, attributive adjectives have to be able to inflect for both genders. So I have rishon and rishonah. Rishon, the first masculine thing. Rishonah, first feminine. This word for second is sheni, feminine singular, shenit. I wonder if you're going to notice a pattern here. Third, shlishi, masculine, shlishit, feminine, third. Revi'i, fourth, revi'it, fourth, feminine. The cardinal number is arba, by the way. So you'll notice that part of arba is here on the ordinal number. The aleph is missing, okay? But we have the resh, bet, and ayin. So revi'i, fourth. Fifth, the cardinal's chamesh. This is chamishi for masculine, chamishit for feminine singular. For sixth, shishi and shishit, masculine, feminine. 7, shavi'i, the seventh. Shavi'it, seventh, feminine. Shimone is the number 8 cardinal, and the ordinal is shemini for masculine singular, sheminit, feminine singular. Tesha is 9 cardinal, ordinal. Tishi'i, masculine, and tishi'it is the feminine form. So what do you notice about these ordinal numbers? Almost all of them have right smack in the middle of them a Keurig yod between the second and third root letter. Okay? And also for the feminine form, it's almost always a final tav, which we've talked about before, is the second most frequent marker of feminine singular gender. Now, if I want to then use these in an actual phrase, this is what it would look like. Oh, the number 10. Sorry about that. Forgot that. Asiri for 10th, masculine, and asirit, 10th. This is also the term that's used for like a tithe of something, which is a 10th part. All right, so a couple of examples here. Notice in this expression, I have ha'ish ha'rishon. Ha'ish ha'rishon. What do I have here? Well, what I have is I have a masculine singular noun, the man, and it's definite. I have ha'rishon. This is the masculine singular form of the adjective, and it has to be definite as well. The man, the first, is the first man. Okay, so that's my ordinal. Got to agree in gender, number, and definiteness. That is characteristic of attributive adjectives. My ordinal will follow those rules. In this next one, I have hayom hashalishi. Hayom hashalishi. Yom is masculine singular. Hayom, definite. Hashalishi. That is the masculine singular ordinal adjective for third. And the ha makes it definite as well. The day, the third. This is equal to the third day. All right? The attributive adjective always has to go after the noun. And notice, by the way, that the matter of gender mismatch is only a feature of cardinal numbers. Ordinal numbers behave normally. There is no gender confusion with ordinal numbers. They always agree with their noun and gender, number, and definiteness. Hashana is feminine singular, definite. The year. Hashavi'it. Look at the form of shavi'i. It's got the final tav. That is feminine singular as well, and definite. So it's the year, the seventh. What does that equal? The seventh ordinal year. Okay? So that's how the ordinal numbers are used. It's not very difficult at all. And again, if you can remember the cardinal numbers 1 through 10, you should still be able to identify the ordinal numbers because they're using almost all the consonants. Even if the vowel pointing is slightly different, almost all the consonants are the same, except for the word for first. But you've already learned rishon as a way to say first. And it's related to the word rosh, which is head. So hopefully that'll help you.